Now, for a bustling city like Lagos, traffic management is a herculean task, hence the use of pedestrian bridges to ensure sanity. Residents of some parts of Lagos are calling on the state government for immediate repair of the damaged pedestrian bridge at Alapere in Ketu area of the state. And the Alapere Pedestrian bridge was partially damaged due to a collision by an overloaded truck. Let's share an update on the damaged bridge by TVC News' Sarah Ayeku.
It's more than a month since a section of the Alapere footbridge was knocked down following a collision with a trailer laden with a 5.2 feet container. Pedestrians, especially residents of Alapere in Ketu local council development area, are still waiting for the Lagos state government to fix the damaged footbridge completely. After clearing the debris on the 8th of December, the government made promises, some of which were the deployment of traffic management personnel and repairs on the footbridge.
Vehicles are coming with high speed. Most of them don't even know that the pedestrian is off. So that is the danger crossing the road. So I was surprised to see the last man. What is last man doing? Are they arresting people moving without a vehicle? So we just appeal to government to help us.
This motorist was asked to stop for pedestrians. Having refused, it took the intervention of 3 last-mile officials to get him to stop. When he did, he almost got into an altercation with the officials. Eyewitnesses say since the bridge had been damaged in December, accidents have been recorded frequently.
Church, instantly.
On Sunday, while a man was on his way to church, he was hit by a vehicle. He died instantly. Same thing happened on Tuesday. Asked the last mile officials. I heard before he got to the hospital he died. The government should fix the bridge. The vehicles have refused to stop, she said. TVC News has made several calls and sent messages to the special advisor to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on infrastructure and when the project will likely commence. The ministry had promised to get back to us. But it's been 2 weeks since we last heard from the State Ministry of Infrastructure. In a previous telephone conversation, the special advisor hinted that the bridge had structural defects.
For now, the responsibility of safeguarding lives lies solely on a few officials of the Lagos State Traffic Management Agency and some officials of the Neighborhood Watch. The question most of these residents are asking is, how long would it take the government to fix the pedestrian bridge at Alapere? They're also asking the government to sustain the safety measures already in place at this section of the Apapa-Oshode Expressway. Sarah Ayeku, TVC News, Lagos.
Ikeo, let me direct the question at you now. How long do you think it would take before the government responds to this cry of the people?
I don't know how long it will take. But we expect them to construct, to fix that bridge without further delay. It's not pleasing on the eye to see that bridge, in the state that it is currently. And it does not cover the government in roses to know that this thing happened a long time ago and they've not found a way to fix the bridge. Between the federal government, the Federal Ministry of Works, and the Lagos State government, they should be able to come together and solve this problem. I've been told that some people have died, having been run over by vehicles. You can see Lagosians. This is how they are. Extremely impatient, irritable. The people are being, even the last mile officials managing traffic on the road, standing in the middle of the road and telling people to slow down. They are putting their lives at risk because some of these crazed drivers will not stop. As we can see, as they were stopping them on one side, the people on the other side were just
speeding away.
Speeding away. So you've got to fix the bridge so that, look at that person, almost got hit. Almost got hit. We've been told that some people have died already. You can see, just watch. Just watch. Despite the fact that they were being told to stop, they kept moving. They kept moving, putting people's lives at risk. Government should not watch people die before taking measures to solve this problem. They should not, because it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. And there ought to be even more pedestrian bridges along this corridor to save the lives of our people. We need to even construct more pedestrian. Look at the one in Alausa. Before they constructed it, many people had died. Before they eventually constructed this some years back, many people had died.
It's one thing to construct these pedestrian bridges. It's another thing for the pedestrians to use them, because I can tell that most pedestrian bridges in Lagos today, many Nigerians, Lagosians rather, use them because they feel it's going to save their, it's energy consuming, energy sapping, and it's too high enough for them to climb. So they rather cross, look at this one here, just at 7 Up, very close to us here. They rather cross that lengthy road to get to the other side.
You are right to an extent. You're only right to an extent. It's not every pedestrian bridge that people don't want to use. Where traffic is heavy and vehicles do not have that latitude to speed, people will not want to use pedestrian bridges. Like if you are going towards Ikorodu, there are portions along that road. Ketu, that area. They can't run. Vehicles can't run. If you put pedestrian bridge over there, they may not use it because they believe in no time I can cross. But where you know that vehicles have the opportunity to speed, where the traffic is lighter, nobody will tell you before you use it. Nobody will tell you before you use it. And as you can see, look at people, those who would have loved to use the bridge, they can't use it. Now their lives are at risk. We know that Lagosians have issues obeying the law. It's like the impunity capital of our country. That's what Lagos looks like. I'm a resident here, I'm a Lagosian too, but our people don't want to obey the law. You see the red light flashing, they will still not stop. They do that a lot. I know it's in their locker. But in this area, this part of town, the overhead bridge, the pedestrian bridge is indispensable, because if you don't put it there, more and more people will die.
Right.
More and more people will die. I'm not talking about Ojota. The traffic is heavy in Ojota, so people can't, especially in rush hour, people can't speed. You know it. So people would rather cross. But even if we want to insist that people use those bridges because it costs money to build those bridges, we can create barricades along the medians.
But it was created at Ojota and nothing happened.
No. When they created it, people were forced to come because you can't cross. It may have been vandalized now, so people can use it. I remember with these stories then, it was the traffic of human beings crossing was huge. And people were saying they should have actually built more bridges, because you see people queue, long queues, just to cross. Because you can't cross. Somebody had put those barricades. You cannot. How do you want to climb over them? You can't. So that is the thing. It's a habit that has been there for long. But we have to find a way to even make it impossible
for people to cross the
for people to be able to put their lives at risk. Some people don't value their lives, but when they die, government will be the one to come and pack their remains and all that. So we have to ensure that people use those bridges, make it difficult for them to find an alternative. But this one, that Lagosians have the attitude of not wanting to use the bridges. It's no reason for us not to put it there. Go and see how people are using the one in Alausa now. If the evening you see a lot of people using it because it's more convenient for them to use it.
CK, and before we came on this discussion, you were giving us an insight of what you experienced, how it affected your movement down here. Could you share with us, and how do you think the government can respond to the urgency of the situation?
Yes, I said I almost came late for the program. I live on the houses, so it's a place I take every day. And the economic and human loss that we experience on that as it's on a daily basis is unimaginable. That particular place is very strategic. Strategic in the sense that that is the only place you pass through once you leave Third Mainland Beach, coming towards the express, hitting the Ibadan Expressway. The only alternative you have is to pass through Oroshoki, now go to Antony, come down, and now take Ikorodu Road. But if you don't, you must pass through these houses. So the traffic on that route is always heavy, either going or coming. So that is why it's very, very strategic that this particular bridge, people use it. Just as BKO said, it is on a highway. It is highway. Once you leave the secretariat, Alausa, the next place you are coming to is Alapere. This is at Alapere. Once you leave Alapere, you hit Ogudu. The next place is Oroshoki. From Oroshoki, you enter the Third Mainland Bridge. So most of the vehicles, majority of the vehicles moving towards the inland pass through the place. And I wonder why this is taking too long. We're talking about Ojota. We have 2 bridges in Ojota now. People use the bridge. But you always know that, just as Vicky also said, that some people just don't have the patience. At a point in life, we're using Kai to be catching people. That is what I'm saying. At a point, we're using Kai to catch people. But at the end of it all, put it for those that will use that value their lives. Those that don't value their life, that want to be jumping. Oh, well and good. You can only bet expressive. We have time and time again, they've run jingles on radio, on television, on a daily basis. On the people. Those that will not listen will not listen. But that people don't use it. It is an ISO, and the problem I have now is whose duty is to fix that bridge? Is it the Lagos State government or the federal government? Even if it's federal, I think it's the duty of the Lagos State government to secure the lives of the people of this state. So I asked, what is the work of the Lagos State Ministry of Works in all this? Because they were quick to come the day it collapsed. I watched, TVC was the first TV station, because it's closer to you. Yeah. You were the first, you were there live. I saw Sarah on that spot that very much, as early as 6 a.m. to report that. And I saw that those from Alausa came in. And they said they are going to have an impact assessment of the bridge, the impact of the bridge, whether it was totally damaged, whether going to replace it or just that portion. Everybody, you need to go there now and see the level of traffic. People coming from the island and those, because you have to totally slow down.
Yes.
You have to totally slow down because they will stop you, and because of stopping you, traffic builds up.
Yes.
For people to pass, to walk past, and the rest of where people could have just used the bridge so I don't think it's something. I think this is a topic we shouldn't leave. Yeah. We should consistently be on this until the right people do the right thing. Something is not about it.
Absolutely.
I think usually on this kind of highway that belongs to the federal government, the state government needs to take permission. If they want to do anything, they have to
get permission,
give
federal permission
right of way. Or what's it called, before they can start work. In fact, the pedestrian bridge at Alausa was delayed for years because of that issue of right of way and all that, and the fact that rival parties were in charge at the center and in the state. Somehow, bad politics got in the way. But now, there's no such excuse. And the governor shouldn't watch people
lose their lives.
Daily basis.
Yes. Nobody will blame the federal government. It's the one that they will blame. That's the way we are. It's the one that they will blame.
Let's hope something is done about this quickly as well. Let's just quickly move